For the next section, let's talk about the girl. We talked about our internal feelings. Obviously, we want to speak to women in a nice way. We want to seduce them. We want them to feel comfortable because ultimately we want them to say yes to a date. What about her feelings? A big excuse I hear all the time is, I don't want to make women uncomfortable. That's why I don't stop them on the street. Again, I have an understanding mindset of that because some women say they've been approached badly and they didn't like it, and therefore, boom, they don't even make an assumption, but you might make the assumption that no woman ever wants to be approached, ever, ever, ever. I literally heard things like this from my clients, and I spent quite some time shifting that mindset and proving to the guys, no, most women want to be approached most of the time. So especially with this client, he came in with the mindset of where he's from, there's a lot of like radical feminists. They're really against guys taking any action towards trying to meet a female. Oh my God, God forbid. It took him some approaches, but he did like 10 approaches. He got 5 numbers and he got 4. Oh my God, thank you. But no, but that was really sweet. 1 out of 4 was like, wow, you should keep doing this. This is amazing. You made my day. He was like, wow, I did 10 approaches. I didn't get a single negative reaction. Everything I've been so afraid about is wrong. That's crazy. First of all, get it out of your head that women don't want to be approached. Also get it out of your head that you are so important that you could ruin a woman's day. The reality is, you meet someone, you stop someone, you try to get someone's attention. She maybe gives you the light of the day for 20 seconds. Even if you completely f it up, even if nothing comes out of your mouth, or you say, hey, you look really beautiful today, and she's like, ugh, f off, which by the way happened never. F off is the worst case scenario that could happen, and it may be in my 8 years of dating coaching and approaching, which means thousands of approaches, maybe happened 2 or 3 times. The chance is literally less than 0.1%. You are not that important that she will be outraged for longer than, let's say, 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, every single girl that you've approached that didn't end up in a solid conversation will have forgotten about you. On the one hand, sorry to break it to you, you're not a VIP, you're not famous, you're not the best looking guy in the world, or you're not exceptionally her type, her 10 out of 10 guy. On the flip side of that is, congratulations, you are not that important, therefore stop acting like it. It's a beautiful realization of liberation to understand, okay, I can stop someone, I can f it up, I tried, I gave my shot, it didn't work, and the consequences are literally 0. She will forget about me in a few seconds, and that's it. Because remember, you don't know yet out of 100 approaches which one will convert, which one will give you a number, which one will end up on a date. You have to talk to a lot of girls, and there will be a lot of no's or maybes or not right now or sorry, I'm married, I have a boyfriend. That's just normal, and all of those are just women that weren't really available in the first place, but you kind of need to check. It's almost like there's cards and you need to flip them. Is this one the one? No. Is this one the one? That is your job to find out, and the only way of finding it out is doing more approaches. Let's say you do outrage somebody a little bit. You just said the wrong thing in a conversation, or let's say you approach a girl right in front of 4 people sitting in the park looking at you and then smiling and laughing and judging you a little bit. This is another mindset shift I want to give you, and it's the gift of gossip. So by you creating a form of gossip, you're actually doing people a favor. I mentioned before that gossip is literally the reason language was developed in the first place. And what are people most addicted to when it comes to media and TV and YouTube and Twitter? It's celebrity gossip, it's politician gossip, it's the Kardashians, it's who cheated on who, it's how much money does this person make, how much money did this person lose, what car did my neighbor buy. You are literally doing people a favor by creating gossip. If you approach a girl and she rejects you, and there's some dudes and girls, whatever, looking from the other side and giggling and talking about, oh my God, there's a guy and he tried to talk to a girl and she didn't want to talk to him. You're doing them a favor. Say it that way. You are saving them money. They don't need to watch Netflix that month. If you can really embrace that you are a gift to them by creating that level of engagement, it will become easier. So I want to dig a little bit deeper in the concept of you have to find the people that like you. So here's how I see day game. You talk to 100 people, Some are not available at all anyway, because they have a husband, because they have a boyfriend, because they're totally not in the mood, they're just going through a breakup, they're on their period, they're super stressed at work, they are late for an exam and they need to run there right now, or they had a other thing happen to them. So we never had a chance with those people really anyway. Then there's people out there in your city right now who walking around that if you would approach them even in a very basic way without all the other content that we have in this course, they would be glad to give you their number and meet you for a date. They're waiting for somebody to do this in an authentic, attractive way. And then there's this middle part where the seduction comes in. This is what we train for, and obviously we train for then the later stages, the date, our sexuality, loving ourselves, having good conversations, and so on. You have to understand that that one part that you never had a chance with, you're out of control. Nothing you can do would fix that. Nothing you can learn would get you 100% closing rate. It's not realistic. It doesn't exist. So you might as well accept it. You might as well be comfortable with it. You might as well expect it. Oh, that was one of those that I didn't have a chance with anyway. Well, good that I tried. Now I know. Now she doesn't need to live in my head, right? Maybe you looked at her for 5 minutes and you were thinking. Well, that's why I always say just approach, just go for it, find out. Oh, is that her boyfriend? I don't know. If it's not so clear and he looks a little bit like her brother, maybe she looks so old, she looks so young, she looks so busy, she looks so angry, she looks so distracted. Whenever you have a feeling of, oh, she might be this, it's your duty to find out. Tick it off. She's a to-do. It's a checkbox. Okay, good, now I know she's engaged. Won't happen. Glad I found out. This is the attitude you need to know. This is the attitude you need to adapt. Because again, I'm repeating this part because it's important. You are not doing anything wrong. You are the one vulnerable. You are opening up. You are making your heart open and ready to get slammed, which often is a perception thing. Like I said, somebody being really rude is super, super rare. So it's often about how you interpret her reaction. A lot of guys say, oh my God, women don't like me after 3 approaches of girls who just had boyfriends. What I'm seeing is just like, no, you just talked to 3 girls that are just not available. Go talk to more. You didn't prove at all that women don't like you. Actually, all of 3 of them were really friendly, and one even said, wow, this was a good approach, but sorry, I have a boyfriend. This is what I often can hear and feel in my life workshop. Guys are taking things from the external world, they're wrapping them through their own negative beliefs, and suddenly they see it as truth when it's really not at all. We are the vulnerable ones. She has all the power all the time. We're not locking her in any way, physically or literally. She has the choice to say yes or no. And as I mentioned, there's those 3 parts, the no's, the yeses, and the middle part. One hack mindset shift you can do to make that middle part way more positive and lead to more positive outcomes, which means better conversion rate, so to say, is by shifting your mindset. As I just mentioned, a lot of students come in with a very negative mindset. They have negative beliefs based on very limited amounts of experience. They might go through the world and see the world through that lens. They see a girl look at them and they're like, oh, she looked at me. It must be because she doesn't like my beard. I knew I should have shaved. Oh man, keep walking. A guy looks at them. Oh man, he knows that my jacket is fake. It's not really Hugo Boss. Oh my God, I'm a fraud. They keep walking. Another girl looks at them. Oh, I'm sure she thinks I'm ugly. 0 proof when the reality could be the girl looked at them because she thinks you're sexy, or you remind her of her ex-boyfriend, or she just looked at you because she was just in her head and she didn't even look at you, but you thought. Stop reframing things into the negative. Start reframing things into the positive. The art of street approach and the art of overcoming those barriers over and over is by being a little bit positively delusional. It's good to be a little bit of a dreamer in that sense. It's good to make up positive things, even if they're not true, even if you don't have proof for them being positive, because you will manifest it. You thinking, I look good today. This girl looked at me because I look good. Oh, he looked at me because he thinks I'm a cool guy as well. Oh, the sun is shining. What a nice day. This coffee tastes really good. I'm grateful for that coffee. Oh, I wish I could share it with someone. Will create your reality. People will then look at you and think you look cool and handsome and so on, because they want to look at people who think that way. I'm sure we all got that friend who constantly complains. I mean, I don't have any more because I'm very selective with my friends. I had it, and maybe you have. The guy who's just always complaining, the guy who always thinks the world is against him, the government is out to get him, and his boss hates him, and his laptop doesn't work because technology has a spell on him, and so whatever it is. Do you enjoy being around people like this? I doubt it. I don't think anybody enjoys being around people like this. They're literally manifesting the truth. They're like, nobody likes me, da 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 da. Well, like, yeah, now I don't. Versus the guy who's like, I'm happy, I'm chill, what a great coffee, what a beautiful day. I want to be around those people because they make me feel good. They make me appreciate things. Stop the negative self-talk. Start positive reframing, even if it's not true. As I said, the best thing is always to find out. Go there, find out. Ask her, hey, you smiled at me, it looked really beautiful. What's up today? How is your day? And then she might say, no, I didn't smile at you. You might say, oh, anyway, how's your day? And she's like, oh, it's good, da da da. And you have a good conversation. Just you demonstrating that confidence to her will totally shift her mindset of, this is a needy guy to, this is a confident guy. He thinks I smiled at him when I even didn't. Damn, this guy must be really confident. Damn, this guy must have a lot of women in his life. I should hang out with him, because if those women hang out with him, there must be something to it. And obviously that's now a list of logical connections, and she doesn't think that logical. But trust me, I have a lot of experience with this. Women do make those assumptions, and their brain kind of scans for who is confident, because a guy who's confident also communicates a lot of other positive attributes about him. See you in the next video. If this resonated with you, post in the Discord. We'd love to hear your opinion. There's much more to be said about social freedom, so let's discuss there, or ask your questions in the weekly webinars.